you're just tuning in, we just finished an interview with the lead writer of the upcoming game San Fernando, an indie game developed in the Philippines, based on anthropological fieldwork and the artworks of Fernando Amarsolo, which is delightful. So to everyone who tuned in for that, super appreciated. That's one of the big things we try and do with this channel, is to highlight games that are doing interesting things with the humanities and social science, history, and beyond, from outside the Anglo-American industry. So if you do have recommendations for games like that, particularly games about and by indigenous communities around the world, please do let me know in the Discord under the GameRex channel, so that we can make sure to check those out and celebrate history beyond what the dominant European and North American markets publicize. Right? I like Ubisoft games. I like Assassin's Creed. I like the idea behind Paradox games. I like my Age of Empires, all of that. But I like all these smaller games that do talk about histories that otherwise don't get represented, talk about methodologies of doing historical research that don't get represented a lot more. So, yeah. We're gonna transition over now into more Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because we need to get our way through that. Because, you know, I think we're most of the way through the story at this point, but we're not quite all the way through it. So we're gonna switch over that direction and go do some more piracy. So I hope you're all excited and on board. Okay? Let me plug in my controller and we will get underway. You'll be back once you have hotel Wi-Fi. Sounds good. Enjoy the rest of the train, or the rest of your travel. I'll probably still be streaming. We got a couple more hours in us. Alright. So, let's close out that, and let's head back over this way. It claims we're only at 42% completion, but we are most of the way through the story. There's just a lot of extra nonsense that we haven't done. I wish they told us story completion instead of just pick up every goodie on the map completion, you know? Oh well. Well, last time we had, you know, the bad news of trying to fight that guy. Hello, Space Nerd. Welcome. You tuned in right on time for the start of more Black Flag. So, having picked up the only things we actually care about in this area, namely the manuscript, let's make our way back over to this side of the world. And do more story missions.
Loose mainsails! They are lost on the fort, come on! Ease off the wind! Haul it all sail! Loose, catch the wind! Nail off the loose main!
Stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows, we're all together, boys, blow ye.
Crowd on every inch of sail!
Unfurl
aloft! Man your seats!
Jumps the heel with a slipper.
Man, I'm always so happy after getting to speak to historical game devs. Like, so much fun, though. I had a great time. How did you all enjoy getting to meet Matt? What are the thoughts on San Fernando in general?
You eat the doughboys and I'll eat the beef, man. It's windy weather, when stormy weather, when the wind blows, we're all together, blowing its west, blowing it blow. Jolly sou'wester, boy, steady she goes. Up jumps the whale, the largest swallow. If you want any wind, well, I'll blow you a squall. And it's windy weather, when stormy weather, when the wind blows, we're all together.
Seemed like a really nice guy. He did. And I mean, super gracious in the interview. Right, the project lead is actually in the Discord, in the community Discord, so I'm sure if there are questions and updates, we'll be some of the first people to know. But now, let's catch up on where we are in AC4. Right, I believe we are hunting down the Sage by sailing very far out of the way.
Bridger Bay, Quartermaster. We're sailing for the coast of Africa.
Are we outfitted for a voyage of that length? I feel like we're not outfitted for a coast. Kenway, you can't just casually decide you're sailing to Principe. Or I guess we can. That's fine. That's fine. Well, it's just like hopping on the flight, isn't it? Uh-huh. Totally. Where the hell are we? Oh, right. So just as a heads up for how far we've gone, just as a small heads up, there's Principe. We left from there. Mm-hmm. Casual like. Also, once again, I am struck by the idea that this game has a very questionable, I'm just gonna call it questionable, relationship with geography. Just I would like to observe They fully made stuff up. I would like to acknowledge that. Oh, enemy ships. Oh, all right.
There'll be more of the dogs. Fire!
I guess.
On your mark, come out! The balls, we're coming together! Ready to box! Fasten yourselves! Incoming fire! Fire! Won't place shot there! Brace yourselves! We're ready, sir! Fire! The won't place shot there!
Ow. That was a wall. That's fine. Everything's fine.
Let's go before, hurry! Should have struck your colours. Now you
Everything's fine. But yeah, in this period, the voyage from the Caribbean to West Africa is several weeks. Like, this isn't a very short voyage. And given that it's not a very short voyage... If, oh no, sir. What are we waiting for? Alright. Given that it's by no means a short voyage, you kind of need to equip yourself properly. Because that's not how that works. Right? Like, you can't just casually do that. Most of the voyages around the Caribbean are like a day or less, maybe a couple of days. But like going from like Nassau to Cuba is not difficult, right? That's not long or complicated. But the big transatlantic voyages require the onboarding of enough water, enough food, enough alcohol, spare supplies, etc. for often an extremely long amount of time.
Unfold mains, let's move! Down to the drink!
So much alcohol. So much alcohol.
Good shot to crippler! We're ready, sir!
Like, however much alcohol you're thinking, more than that.
As much sail as you can!
Much more than that. I've seen ration lists that
I'm off to
think
find
of...
Roberts.
Don't stay long. Crew's getting restless out there.
Yeah, we're totally gonna get stranded here.
Cannons in the water!
Yeah, get used to it. But right, it's something like... what, a half liter of... No, it's more than that. It's like a liter of wine per person per day for those that used wine instead of rum. Which, A ship this size has a crew of a lot of people. And so you gotta have an enormous amount, right? Even for how hilariously understaffed our ship actually is. Subtly. Stealth. Boo. Is there another path to get up into that? Yes. Stop it. Turn around. Turn. Thank you. Well, that looks like it went well for everybody.
Captain Kenway.
Yet another dire situation, Roberts. We really must stop meeting like this.
Stop tailing me and your wish had come true.
There's no need for this. You know I'm as good as my word.
Uh-huh.
Our Captain Howell was killed today in a Portuguese ambush. Headstrong fool. I warned him not to go ashore.
It was orchestrated by the Templars Burgess and Cockrum. The same sort that took you to Havana.
Ah. I see now there is no escaping the Templars' attention, is there? I suppose it is time to fight back.
I do like the sound of that.
And I know just how I'll do it. But these men, Burgess and Cockrum, they cannot be allowed to leave with word of my escape.
What? So...
They won't. Count on it.
So...
If you spot any men from my crew, do them some kindness and send them here.
I'll do all I can.
So... We're just... You tried to kill us last time on the grounds that you were working with the Templars. Last time we met, you nearly killed Mary Reed. On the grounds that you... No. We're just not going to acknowledge that? I prefer sleep guards, but, you know, that's fine. But, we're just not going to acknowledge. Okay. Guys, we're friends now. I swear, sometimes stuff just happens in this game. Really? Not close enough for a whistle? There you go. Also, is this the first time we've gotten, like, the Portuguese mentioned? Right, like, this is the first time... This has got to be one of, if not the first time, we have seen significant Portuguese presence. Well, alright. Nailed it. I'm so good at my job. Heck, there's two of them. Oh no. What do I do? Oh no, what'll I... There's three of them! Oh no, tragic. No witnesses? No problem. All the way up there. God damn it. Well, looks like I'm going back down for the sake of being able to see my map. Because I realize it is... there. Why is the viewpoint there? That's annoying. Is there a convenient way down, or is this a break by ankle sort of day? It looks suspiciously like a break by ankle sort of day. Maybe we'll not do that. I don't even know what accent that was supposed to be, Magistressa. Was that a one-way? Thank you. Yeah, but that's silly, Space Nerd. Oh, also, you've been pretty aggressive on the back seating for the last couple of weeks. Mind just, like, easing off on that just a smidge? The Portuguese weren't that present in the Caribbean Sea, they had business more south. Exactly. Right, well, it's fine that Principe has primarily Portuguese people, right? No worries. Right, so what, like, historically, right, there is a pretty good reason for it. Right, because there was an accord in around about 1500, where the Pope basically signs a diktat that says, hey, everything to the west of this longitude is Spanish, and everything to the east is Portuguese. And France and England were not included in this agreement. So that's the historical reason for, you know, Brazil being a Portuguese colony and still speaking Portuguese, when pretty much nowhere else in South and Central America does that. Everyone else is Spanish speaking, because there was just an agreement. Very annoying. The Treaty of Tordesillas, though not really as important in the 18th century. Agreed, because, you know, Spain is broadly speaking, on the decline. But still, it sets up, right, it sets the pieces in motion. Right, so we get... Right, it sets up why there's not a huge Portuguese presence in the 18th century, because at this point there's 300 years of precedent and colonial establishment that excludes the Portuguese from the Caribbean. That being said, right, we do have plenty of missions that go outside of there. Like, it's not like... Oh, heck. Don't worry about it. You saw nothing. I'm sneaky. Yep. See, I'm a sneaky. not remember that, Parisian. Thank you for the addendum. Also, since the treaty, Portugal became Spanish and then became Spanish. Would that be under, like, Carlos V? / Charles II / whatever. Look, Habsburg rule is silly. Dang it. How did you see me back? Sorry, there was no... Ow. Ow. Excuse me? There we go. That was an interesting plan. Well, one of the general rules of history, that the Habsburgs are silly. It's a fact. That's what we call history true facts. Habsburgs be like that. But later, during the Three Philips. Fair enough. 1580 to 1640. There's a succession crisis in Portugal, and so Portugal gets glomped. Oh, you're not gonna make me do the... Don't make me do this. Helpful. And then it gets resolved and Portugal re-emerges. Fair enough. There's gonna be another one where I have to do the exact same thing. Nar. Look at it. It mocks me. But since I don't exactly much feel like... Since I do not exactly much feel like, you know, coming back here. Now... Now, I'm not an expert, but now, what? Why? Huh? A howler monkey off the coast of West Africa. I have not been a primatologist in a very long time, but
Vai ter corajosinho!
Howler monkeys are distinctively, like, probably the most famous New World monkey species. Like, that's kind of their whole thing. And so their range is in Nicaragua, Belize, Guatemala, Peru. You know, not Principe. Frankly speaking, is this African island even different from the American ones visually? The fortress is different. Now, I don't think the fortress much looks like the ones... Well, I don't even know if there is a colonial period fortress on Principe. Much less that it would look like the ones in Algeria, Mali, including Timbuktu, etc. But, you know, I am happy to be wrong there. But not like the natural environments? No. No. They palette swap the guards. Does that count? Hi for like the 18th time, Roberts. Don't worry about it. But, you know, it would have been nice if there was, you know, a unique thing to hunt or 3. Because I think that would be, like... a more interesting way of doing this. Right, making this place feel distinct and valuable, and like worth investing in. But yeah, right, basically instead of it being wood with a thatch roof, it's now mud brick with a... Where are you going? Are you... investigating? Oh, they got distracted. They got distracted. Does any of you have sleep darts? No? No, that's more berserk darts. They really want me to be using berserk darts here, huh? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. See? Flawless victory. Totally. Yup. Oh god, you have missed too many streams. Well, we're glad to have you back, though. Dang nabbit. Don't come this way. Yep, it was just the wind, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Exactly, the random Portuguese section, because in an island that totally looks like Principe and is not at all Thank you, yep. Ow. He bonked me in the face with a grenade. And then killed himself with his own grenade. Now, I'm not gonna say he's dumb, but, there is a fort on Principe at the time. The question... Fair enough. The question I have is less... is there a fort, and is this the correct material culture for that fort? The answer is, of course, a definitely Navy, but, as always, if that's something we want to look into, there are channel points. And another howler monkey. You are an invasive species. That's what happens to invasive species. Okay, I feel a little bit bad for doing that, but it should not be here. Put simply, it should not be here. Whee! Well, I heard the English language, so,
Some hostile in that bottle or we're leaving you behind.
it must be close. Yes, explosions. All you know about Portuguese history is that they did a lot of slavery. Yeah? No, that's fair. Maybe I should not do that in front of like 5 people.
Brace yourselves and haul your asses to port. We're weighing anchor.
Found him. That's quite a few people. Heck. That's quite a few people. Let's just hide.
There's only what you can carry, maggot. We're not waiting on no one.
Gonna go around and clear out the squad. There's quite a few snipers up there. No. God damn it, Edward. Oh. Let this be a warning to all howler monkeys. I do feel bad about it though. Not like that bad, but a little bit bad. I wonder if the odds are that you'll actually make that jump. Non-existent. Love it. Ah! There's so many people around here. It would have been worse if you didn't shoot it. Truly. Okay. You saw nothing. Zero things. Yep. Not even slightly a thing. Oh no, chat. He might suspect something. Alright, we're good. V for gore. Ow. Don't do that. Well, that's not good. That's very good. Excuse me? That didn't work? What do you mean that didn't work? Ow. Duly noted. What? Who? How? That was... Yep.
Put some muscle in that bus or we're leaving you behind.
I see platforms continue to be Ubisoft's problem, which in a platformer or a parkour simulator seems bad. I'll be real. Like, seems suboptimal. No, pick up body. Goodbye, body.
with you, Mongol. Lend the boat a hand.
Alright, squad. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Wake up, man!
Take only what you can carry, maggots. We're not waiting on no one.
Okay. That's fine. I guess. Be that way. They're spending an awful lot of time just kind of walking back and forth for we're leaving now, take only what you can carry. You know, that's fine. It's fine. No, pick up body. Drop body. There we go. Doesn't go anywhere. What is the point of having a thing that doesn't go anywhere? Go. That's alright. It's not an easy path over to the thing. Apparently there's not an easy path even across these roofs. So there are only ruins of the fort now, and we have some vague pictures of how it might have looked. My favorite. Is there going to be a freak explosion? Probably. Seriously, can you pick up the damn body, please? Like, this isn't for your own health. Good. Goodbye, body. Oh, well, they're back. Dang it, that didn't last. Freak explosion. Yep. Yep, freak explosion. No one saw anything. Nice work. Oh my goodness. Please. Climb. There's so much jank right now. I don't know what's going on that's even making it so jank. It's just... it hath decided that there is jank. Yes, obviously what I intended to do. Unquestionably. The desired outcome. Could you turn to not look at me, please? Thank you. Beautiful. Alright, so if they're all dead, then, He'll rifle through his pockets in the hope of a sleep dart. Nope, that's just another bullet. Never what I want. There's those two. Okay. Are they just gonna hang out there? I mean, if they just hang out there, that's fine. Yep. Absolutely intended. Though, if they could pop in, thank you. Yay. Well, if I can get onto the boat, I can get directly above them. And then from being directly above them, I can drop on their face. And then stab them. This is a flawless strategy with no potential problems. Cool. Does this game have sea turtles in it? I believe it does, yes. I don't know, because I have been, deliberately fairly lazy about, going hunting for all of the local wildlife. Because, of course, the only interaction you can have with the local wildlife is, stabbing the local wildlife. Nice of you. To do that. Come on, let me... Can I not run up the obvious rope that I can run up? Ah, fine. Fine. No, it's cool. Nothing bad happens here. Let me through. See... Hello? Apparently I'm not allowed. Am I going to be able to target the two of them? Or is it going to be two other people? It's going to be two other people. Well, there goes my synchronization. Oh no! Nailed it.
You done us good, Kenway. Proved yourself a true bravo. And for what?
His own bloody pride.
You stepped in the path of my prize. Not a thing a man should do.
A cocksure, Cully.
Oh no.
Just like Hornigold said.
That Templar scab means nothing to me. None of you do.
And you're worse for it, Kenway. It were the Templars who took us
Yeah.
in when all else went to shit. Not our king. Not our country. The Templars.
The Templars is our family. Where's yours?
Well, look at where having family got you. I don't know, this plan's been working for Kenway awfully well.
There are thin commons, no wages, hard labor. Yet, as gentlemen of fortune, we enjoy plenty and satisfaction, pleasure and ease, liberty and power. So what man with a sensible mind would choose the former life, where the only hazard we pirates run is a sour look from those without strength or splendor? Ha! Now, I have been among you 6 weeks, and in that time, I have adopted your outlook as my own, and with so fierce a conviction that it may frighten you to see your passions reflected from me in so stark a light. But If it's a captain you see in me now, aye then, I'll be your bloody captain. For I have dipped
Look
my
at that
hands
brooch.
in muddied waters, and, withdrawing them, find 'tis better to be a commander than a common man! Oh. You fatten with your resistance.
I'm looking for the observatory. Folks say you're the only man that can find it.
Folks are correct.
Look at that brooch.
Despite
I'm
my
sure that's a
distaste for
historical
your
piece.
eagerness, I see in you a touch of untested
Wait, that's
genius.
hysterical.
I'm Bartholomew Roberts.
I didn't actually realize or remember.
I've no secrets to share with you now. But if you'll lend me your aid, in 2 months' time west of the Leeward Islands,
Wait, that's hilarious.
it's there you'll get some answers, I promise you.
They actually did that? Yeah. Yeah, his historical. He's Black Bart Roberts. He's arguably, certainly not the most culturally impactful one, but probably in terms of career, the most successful pirate of the entire space. Like, it's quite impactful. Let me pull up the general history again and we'll see what it says. General history of pirates. Please load. Computer, you're not that overstressed. There we go. Right, Chapter 9 of Captain Roberts. Whee. So we gotta do some scrolling. Chapter 2. Chapter 5. Chapter 6. Life of Ambani. Hal Davis. And... oh. Speaking of which, Hal Davis, apparently, was, heading down to Portuguese settlements. So, the general history by, Charles Johnson, who may or may not be Daniel Defoe. Has a whole section describing Principe. What does it actually say on this? Actually, that's... because obviously they're basing everything off of this. There's Sao Tome. So that still is that. Principe, the next in magnitude, a delight and beautiful spot to the grave and thoughtful disposition of the Portuguese. An improvement of country retirement, in that this may be a happy and uninterrupted retreat from the whole world. We'll have to send this island into observations made on our approach to the seas around it, the harbor, the pros of the island sea, the way of living, some custom of enslaved people with proper... Yes. Gambia and Sierra Leone, Benin, etc., etc., etc. Haunts of seabirds. Seabirds. The harbor of Princes on the east-southeast point of the island, and the north side has gradual soundings. But here deep water, having no ground at a mile off with 140 fathoms, etc. Etc., etc., etc. The island is a pleasant mixture of hill and valley, the hills spread with palms, coconuts, and cotton trees, numbers of monkeys and parrots among them. The valleys with fruitful plantations of yams, kalalu, papas, variety of salading, pineapples, guavas, plantains, bananas, mangoes, and Indian corn, with fowls, guinea hens, muscovy ducks, goats, hogs, turkeys, and wild beef. Each with a little village of enslaved people who, under the direction of their several manage the cultivation, etc. Palm trees. Coconut palms. Cotton trees. Yams. Kalalu like spinach. Papaya. I believe. Guavas. Plantains and bananas. etc., 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 etc. Interesting. Odd that we are getting... Right, given that they have it here, we have Sir not appearing in this game happening right there. Anyway. Bartholomew Roberts sailed in an honest employ aboard the Princess, the plum commander which ship he was second mate. He left England in 1719, arrived in Guinea the February following, Guinea on the coast of Africa, taking slaves for the West Indies. He was taken in said ship by Harold Davis. So that must be what they're actually doing here, right? Is Harold Davis actually Sir appearing later in this? Interesting. So, you know. He was taken, in the Princess, above, in 1719, by pirates. The Princess, there were a bunch of ships named the Princess. Blackbart Roberts' ship, though, apparently one of them. And he primarily raids in Brazil. Early in his career. We'll see if Brazil appears in this. Anyway, he also... Right, building a new thing, he actually is best known here for a very detailed code of bylaws. Everyone has a vote. Should be called in fairly in turn, but if they defraud the company, they'll be marooned. So, share everything. Literally everything. No gambling. Bedtime's at 8 o'clock. Lights go out at 8 p.m. Don't worry about it. Keep your own things. No boys or women amongst them. If were found seduced, that's an error. That's an F, not a long S. If any man were found seducing any of the latter sex and carried her to sea, disguised, he was to suffer death. Desertion equals death. No fighting on board. If you got beef, take it to land. And then, you can only retire after you've made 1,000 livres. Or 1,000 pounds, I should say. If they're injured, you get 800 bucks. Captain and quartermaster get, double things. The other officers get less than that. But yeah. There is a great room to suspect the remainder contains something too horrid to be disclosed by any except those who are willing to be sharers in the iniquity of them. So basically, Black Bart Roberts has an extremely detailed thing to try and maintain discipline. And you know, it works. Like, he takes some 400 ships over the course of his career. Like... he is wildly successful. And so while he is not, you know, the most well-remembered pirate, he certainly is, extremely successful. Anyway, how does he die? When does he get got? As basically everyone else, he should get got. Where do we see it? When Roberts was gone. Oh yeah, being dressed in a dark crimson damask waistcoat and breeches, a red feather in his hat, gold chain around his neck with a diamond cross hanging to it, sword in his hand, and 2 pairs of pistols slung over his shoulder. Interesting. Where does it say? He gets got by grape shot to the throat. He gets got by a man of war sending him a bunch of grape shot into the face, which is unlucky. Unlucky for him, but you know, that goes well. But yeah, that's Blackbriar Roberts. It does seem painful, doesn't it? And I mean, right, he's got that big description, so clearly this is taken, like, directly from him. Right, directly from the general history is how we see Blackbriar Roberts in this current form. The only exception is that instead of a cross, they have some sort of, like, miniature. I want to get a better look at it again. Gonna show us?
Funny that. With scurvy, the fix is more pleasant than the cause. When you catch a dose from a horn, must treat it with quicksilver. You're fonder of getting the disease than you are of curing it. Something biting at you.
Look at that.
All men desire to live by a code or a creed, yes? Yet when pressed,
You got a
most
Portuguese
defer
man of
to
war
their
wrapping your ankles when I was 8?
rather
Very
than the
painful.
laws that
Yeah, I can imagine. This, unfortunately, is the other type of man of war.
It does not yoke all men to like
But both,
behavior.
neither of those is good.
Might make a man feel like he belongs to something. What's your answer?
Oh, that all men are sheep. That an old wolf like me deserves every ounce of blood he draws. Sail to this location. Bring only those you trust.
Yep, he just became... But he just proclaimed himself captain. And so we now have Bartholomew Roberts, who has disappeared. Well, let's check the database before our break. People. And Bonnie. Uh-huh. 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 How about we just don't go this route? And triple check any rates of which you get 18 or older, no exceptions. Or how about we just don't go this route for once? Darby McDevitt. Yeah, we can almost see it. Originally hailing from Wales, little is known about John Roberts, the real name of the man who will come to be known as Black Bart after his death. Mostly he went to sea at a very young age of 13 or so, but there's no records of his, in any historical documents till his nose appearance in 1718 aboard a merchant ship, Barbadian in origin. 1719. Just a year later, a picture of Robert's life sharpens considerably. He was nailed president to piracy by Howell Davis while serving aboard a slave ship under Abraham Plum, which is what we just read in the general history. Though we're not likely going to see with the intent of becoming a pirate, when Abdi thrust himself upon him, Robert's brother said, "A merry life and a short one shall be my motto." A few months later, Davis was killed on Principe, and Roberts was swiftly and unanimously elected to replace him. Testament to his natural charisma and leadership, for he'd been a pirate for only a few months. At his last point, he took the name Bartholomew, one of the most intelligent and strategic pirates of the Golden Age. He was a sturdy, handsome man known to dress in fine clothes. He had dark hair to match his dark complexion, lightly set from the almost 2 decades he had spent at sea. He carried numerous pistols, each one tied to the end of long silk sashes, which he kept slung over to his shoulder. That is literally just quoting the general history. Ultimately responsible for the theft of around 400 ships. Anyway, let's take a look at him. But yeah, right, the general history says that he's got a silver cross here. But you're right, instead, it's an engraved glass cameo, which is a very, I mean, itself is very fashionable in the time. Let's see if I can find one. 18th century cameo. That's... Let's see. We're gonna just do a big ol' search. Give me a moment, I'm gonna try and find something. Date range 1700 to 1750. Description, cameo. We'll see if we can find things. Ugh, not a thing. I love museum collection searches. I love them. They're so helpful. They're always broken and I don't enjoy it. A lot of naturally, of course, if you just search cameos, you're going to end up with a lot of 19th century neoclassical portraiture, or a bunch of just classical cameos, neither of which are what we're actually looking for here. But that's fine. I'm gonna keep browsing through here, see if I find a helpful one, and if not, we'll take a different approach. A lot of 19th century stuff, which is not helpful at all. I would love to see some 19th century ones. Nope, 18th century ones. Well, none of those are helpful. They're all... looks like all the ones people want are all later, which is annoying. Also, though, that... I mean, I don't think that's an... I want to get a better look at it. I'm unpersuaded that it's an 18th century cameo anyway. I think it's just a portrait. Right. I think that might be a portrait that has been miniaturized. If only we could zoom into the model. Truly. If only there was, a portrait or a photo mode in this game. Definitively something that has gotten improved on in later games. Like, yeah, we saw him outside of a cutscene already. When we first ran into him and he was just talking before the cutscene started. On Principe. We saw him then to be able to look at that and try and get a better look. Because it's ringing the bell, right? Like, I'm sure I've seen that portrait before. And I do not remember when. Regardless, though, I think this is a great time, because we're about to get into our next, big chunk of plot. Go find the observatory plot. So I think this is a great time to take another ad break. So we will be back in just a couple of minutes. If you are just tuning in, don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon. with more Assassin's Creed 4 to laugh at the Maya ruins, I think. I think that's our primary goal. Laugh at the Maya ruins. But yeah, I shall leave you all with, you can see some tunes up there. So let me put those back on for y'all, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Alright, welcome back everyone. I hope you all enjoyed that very brief ad break. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, welcome back to Ludo History. It is a bunch of remixes by Helland. So it's Bob on Battlefield, but remixed. So, you know, whole bunch of stuff. But yes, if you're just tuning in, welcome back to Ludo History. Earlier today, we had checking out the demo and an interview by the developers of San Fernando, an upcoming game set in the Philippines where you play as an ethnographer. But now we're playing more Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. We just realized that the sage, you know, the center of the meta plot, is a historical figure, Black Bart Roberts, who is a wildly successful pirate who is going to get got by the power of cannon fire to the face, eventually. But for the time being, he has been helpful for us at finding mysterious ancient observatories that are definitely full of not nonsense. Yep. 100%. So, if you do like what you're saying though, do you like all the historical game goodness that we are playing, make sure you hit that follow button, and consider subscribing to help support the channel. And yeah, let's get back into it. Hooray! We are currently in a place called Mysteriosa, which is definitely not contrived. What the mysterious place? So spooky. Nope, no contrivances here. The mysterious island called the Mysterious Island. I'm not even sure it's an island. Oh, it is an island. Okay. Thank goodness. I was getting it confused with up here, which is solidly, you know, not an island. Yes. Sacrifice Island, that bodes well. Not quite the word I would have used, but it definitely bodes. We'll just let it bode. Yes. I can only assume it's some very bad, lore. I think that is a very safe assumption. Now, what did that unlock? Did getting the Animus fragments unlock anything useful? No? No? Tragic. Wow. Lived in semi-retirement, the land purchase near... Do we have to mention slave trading? It's kinda part of the history. Yeah, but folks wanna have fun, right? Not think about social injustice and stuff. God, I hate the developers. I mean, not the actual Ubisoft developers, but the fake developers in this game are just like the worst habits. The worst habits of an awful lot of places. Well, that was fun and exciting, and definitely... The way they've compressed the Caribbean is kinda silly looking. Exactly. We can't have people getting bored in sailing. I mean, actually, I wouldn't want it to be as big as it is. Are you kidding me? Right. Actual size levels of big sounds horrible. Like, just straight up, I do not think that would be a good time for anyone. So I don't blame them for condensing things, even if it looks a bit silly. Right, even as it is, this is actually one of the larger Assassin's Creed worlds, right? Like, oftentimes we're going like 4,000-5,000 yards. Should be 1-to-1 have people have to sail for like 18 hours in one direction? Experience the authentic misery of an 18th century sailor. If you fall off the boat at any point, you don't know how to swim. It would ruin the historical accuracy if the player was able to swim, so that way when they get RNG'd off the boat, they can get back on the boat. They should just die. It's what God intended. Whee! Nailed it. If God intended man to swim, he would have given us fins. Truly the greatest of arguments. I mean, simply can't be beat. Actually, it might be on top here. Nope, it is not. Ow. There's the other Steely. Go. Up. Up. Well done. Doop. And there we go.
And one more stone.
We have nearly completely cleared out the mysterious island, which is very mysterious and full of temples from, you know, once again, famously nautical civilization, the Maya. Well, if I'm Captain Nemo, no, he's operating in a different... He largely operates in the Pacific, obviously. We're sailing exclusively in the Atlantic right now. Movie idea, Assassin's Creed the Muppet Musical? That's just Muppet Treasure Island, but not as fun.
Aye, another keystone.
Correct, Hedness, that's the joke. For the most part, it's the Taino and related groups of people, not all of whom I know. But the Maya are solidly not that. Like, there's minimal evidence of significant seafaring among the peoples of the Yucatan. Good work, Mysterioso. Oh, there's a map that I don't care about. Oh good, we're heading all the way down here. Black Bart's Gambit. I would love to upgrade. I don't think we're gonna get a choice to upgrade though. Like, I just want more. I would love to get more pistols. I would love to get so many more. Admittedly, our pistols are actually quite bad right now. Cannon barrel pistols for a mere 9,000 real. I think it's a bit silly that we can upgrade fire barrels, heavy shot storage, fire barrel storage, cruise quarters. Yeah, we can cruise quarters. Have more people on the boat. Harpoon, harpoon, harpoon. We don't actually care about any of those, because screw going whaling in this video game. Alright. Islands directly off the Yucatan. That's fair. Right. But directly off the Yucatan, and you know.
Captain's at the helm.
Where's the way out of here? I guess this way.
Get the mains free. Get on that main sheet. Trim to.
Right. Where am I going with that thought?
Ship that ever did sail, sailed on an Erich on a windy day, and we're waiting for day, waiting for day, waiting for
Sorry,
day.
too many sea shanties, I'm distracted.
Was built in broken times,
But yeah, these sort of very small, small boats, and then immediately coastal islands. I will completely willing to buy that as, like, a thing. But medium to long distance trade, like when we look at even as far away as where we're actually at, well, maybe not here. Right, like, I don't know, some of these islands make sense. Here, maybe, but, I don't know. I mean, there's supposed to be Jamaica, Sanama, and Cuba. No. Much less farther out into the Bahamas. What are we seeing here? Oh. That's what we're seeing there. Maybe we just turn. Maybe we'll just turn this way. We'll just skirt around. Though this fog is certainly making it more difficult than it needs to be.
Wait for day, wait for day, then we get our pay. Waiting for day, waiting for day, waiting for day, then we get our pay.
Well, that's a big boy. Don't mind me. I have no desire to fight a man-of-war. We are completely neutral. We're not sailing the Jolly Roger at all. I have no idea what you're talking about. No clue. Yep. That wasn't me. I promise that wasn't me. Oh, this'll be exciting.
We're sailing straight for land, sir. Those all but me.
Ow. I bombed. Well, that promises to be an interesting thing to watch. That is what we call a Spanish and an English man-of-war going face first at each other. Well, too much fog. Can't see anything.
Loose and trim to. They're locked.
Tragic.
Loose all. Let's move.
Frankly, devastating that we can't. Oh, this whole area
Loose
sucks.
topsails, gallants and royals.
We can't stay and enjoy the fireworks.
Starboard, Captain. Shipwreck Jack ahoy. Still alive, Captain.
I suppose we could have waited till one of them sunk the other and then tried to board. Just let them do the hard work and then swoop in and take the loot. Well, that feels like a bad use of your guys' time. Why am I actually I'm sailing directly towards that, so I need to be making a right to try and go through here. Oh. There's gonna be some spicy sailing for a bit. We're gonna do it at speed because, frankly, no guts, no glory. But I will say, doing it in the fog is interesting. I mean, and Peter, well, I hear you, right? These sails must be mondo expensive. One, we have the cash. We've taken like a dozen ships, which the way this economy works is apparently enough. And second, is that another frigate? Stronger than me, too. That's alright. Frankly, it's another case where I'm not too bothered. Because, you know, it looks rad as hell. There is genuinely something to be said in historical games for looks rad as hell as a design decision. Don't worry about us, Spanish Man of War. We are completely harmless. We're busy. We'll take you on later. Now, does this game care at all about, you know, the actual economies that would make that possible? No. But that's not part of the fantasy, right? As much as a historian, we can hope for and pressure games to do interesting things that care about, you know, very small social details. In practice... Oh, that's the Princess. That's Black Robert's ship. In practice, right, we've talked a fair amount about the core fantasy of this. Right? And with that core fantasy, right, we actually have to...
Captain Kenway. Should we use your ship for this next scheme or mine?
I'd first hear the details before deciding.
Oh, it's a small gambit. This fount of information has just told me that a nearby galleon contains the treasure I seek. For his sake, I hope he's right.
You've thought this plan through?
You'll need both ships.
Using this man will acquire a Portuguese flag, which will get us as close to our target as possible. It's a very simple idea, if you follow my orders to the letter.
The jackdaw, then.
Excellent.
We're gonna take on...
We're underway, Roberts. So what's your plan?
The flagship of this fleet is transporting a valuable treasure in a large chest. Crystal phials filled with blood. You may remember.
We're chasing drams of blood. Is that all?
I asked you to follow my instructions to the letter, Captain, but I did not give you leave to question why. I want those blood phials intact, and if that does not happen, we part as enemies. Do you understand?
I'll try to, aye.
Fair enough. Alright, Roberts. You can chill. We can't get involved in the bad stuff, Piracy. We'd feel really bad if we do. I mean, sort of. They actually do a better job than I think would expect regarding that.
Ease the train. Move the tops.
There's the thing for us, Captain. You see that ship here? We'll need its flag for this ruse to work.
If I can steal their flag without disturbing so much as a flea, I'll do it.
Alright.
By all means, try.
Que Deus abençoe ao rei Dom João.
Que Deus o guarde e proteja, senhor. Como se
Just
encontra
came back from
nesta
watching
noite
the
tão formosa?
Barbie movie with your family.
Só um pequeno passeio por esta fábrica.
Hello. Alright, like, when we saw Blackbeard,
Sim, senhor. Tudo em ordem, senhor. Estamos apenas à espera que o nosso navio almirante seja reabastecido antes de zarparmos. Ah, e julgo que um dos nossos navios mercantes da nossa frota necessita de um novo mastro.
right, when we saw Blackbeard,
Homens em terra
we
neste momento em busca de uma árvore.
actually-
Tal propósito.
Vem embarcadores de bordo? Não? Quantos julgam que serão?
Compõem a maior parte da nossa frota, senhor. Dos nossos
for God's sake,
42
will you
navios,
do the thing?
diria que mais de 2/3
Are you going to
são
do the
embarcações
thing?
mercantis.
São bebidos que estejam com não.
Sim, senhor, exatamente.
Uh-huh.
E as nossas precauções. Com tantos piratas
Excuse
nestas
me?
águas, esta frota necessita de bastante proteção. Não é uma tarefa leve guardar quase 3 dúzias de navios. Peço perdão, senhor, mas não estou a reconhecer o seu navio.
did anyone see that just, like, miss for no reason?
Oi, falando de piratas. Este perigo foi retirado um bando desses nativos nas cafeterias. Ainda não tivemos a oportunidade para o reparar.
Ah! Excelente trabalho, senhor!
Like, I just got that shot off in time and it just didn't register. It's like he got iframes. Which was real mean.
Foi um prazer falar consigo, jovem. Entregue os meus cumprimentos ao seu capitão.
Certo, senhor. Ele de momento está a dormir. Vai lamentar não ter
That was nearly painful.
tido.
É uma pena. Até à próxima. E que Deus vos abençoe.
That was nearly extremely painful. I missed that by a millimeter. Oh well. They only got 2 shots off and then they just forgore.
You got the flag?
Aye, and we're flying it now. This should do nicely.
Warning, do not get detected by Portuguese
I'll
ships.
keep my distance.
Fair enough.
Slow and steady.
Aye. The flag we stole won't protect us from eyes that pry too long.
So we're just gonna keep...
Por favor, senhor. Imploro-lhe que considere aquilo que está prestes a fazer.
Now é possível.
What's he whinging about?
He's not whinging, he's ecstatic.
It's static. The Portuguese sounded Portuguese. Exactly. Right? It's an improvement. Yep. Hello. Good to see you. But right, but the Assassin's Creed games have only, like, really recently started actually, you know, trying to do reconstructed pronunciation for stuff. Like, that is new. Like, I don't know.
Up ahead!
Origins?
They're unloading something from that ship.
Could that be our prize? Perhaps you should go ashore, Captain Kenway. Find that chest, and if it contains the prize I seek.
Okay.
We'll tell the docker a ship right with pay. They'll not come near there unless they catch them.
Hello from the hotel Wi-Fi. Well, what did you miss? Bartholomew Roberts.
Admor, podemos falar com o capitão do navio?
Peço perdão pela tenho mais notícias para transmitir. É possível que estamos infectados pela peste.
O quê? A peste? Por Deus! Como foi isto acontecer?
Imagino que terá sido mercadoria infectada. Deixarem em paz, quando? Encontraremos uma forma de organizar uma quarentena para evitar contato.
Certo, senhor. Nós transmitimos a mensagem.
A peste? O capitão daquele brinco diz que estão afetados pela peste. O que vamos fazer? Rafael, desperta os quantos homens temem a ver aqueles. Eles dizem que foram atacados pela peste, mas eu quero vê-los mais de perto. Ouvi uma história sobre um espanhol que veio visitar o nosso almirante. Cá para mim, cheira-me a traição.
Sim, ouvi dizer que se chamava Torres. Tempos estranhos estes em que um espanhol pode andar a passear pelo convés de um dos nossos...
Well, we thanks for the confirmation that Governor Torres is here. It is appreciated. Heck, they're facing me too much. Meanwhile, you saw nothing. Actually, I'd love for you to see me just enough. That's too many people. I need fewer people to see me than that. I pretty much just want the big guy. I don't trust being able to make that. What's the blood for? Templar nonsense? Right, in short, the idea is they are samples from just people. Right, they are samples from people, and those samples... Hello? Damn it.
Ali!
I want to just get a very long ways away. Really? That wasn't enough? Ow. Noted. Flawless. Hello! What have we been up to? Oh, Raptorus, you would have enjoyed the first part. At the beginning of the stream, we interviewed, the lead writer for San Fernando, an upcoming game where you're going to play as an ethnographer. And so you're actually like trying to be smart and do ethnography correctly. At least less incorrectly. So it looks like a really promising game about Filipino culture and heritage. And oh, for God's sake, there's someone here. Yeah, it looks real good. And so we spent some time. Well, we weren't super stealthy there, but sufficient. They're empty. Frankly, tragic. Hey, nice zoom up and park. It was lots of fun. The demo is super short too, so if you want to check that out, you absolutely can and should.
The chest they hauled ashore was full of empty vials. Where's our Portuguese captain?
He had outlived his usefulness.
Where is he?
Sleeping soundly at the bottom of the sea.
How many men must we kill for a simple prize?
Kenway.
As many as drift into our path.
Kenway, we're not... We just stabbed a lot of people. What are you talking about?
Look on that, Captain. Men who ran the same gauntlet and lost their way.
We're made of sterner stuff, are they?
How often have those been a sailor's last words, I wonder?
Don't worry about it. I am worried about this texture. Okay. The texture fixed itself. But then yeah, we met... Turns out the sage we've been chasing is Bartholomew Roberts.
Come off the wind, someone.
Which is very fun and exciting for
Douse them all.
Good lord, what are you doing? Holy moly, you bastard. That was not my fault. Did you see that guy come, like, screaming in at speed? I refuse to accept responsibility for that.
All we've got.
Because that was some capital N nonsense. Like, why is this guy going full sail in a narrow cleft?
Look on that, Captain. Men who ran the same gauntlet and lost their way.
They're made of sterner stuff, are they?
How often have those been a sailor's last words, I wonder?
Clue up, short and same.
Alright, knowing that these are untrustworthy, then we're going to pull this much tighter. Because this guy is just going to come screaming through here if we, regardless of what we do. Then we're going to try and scream through that gap right there. Come on, turn. I'm glad we have the most maneuverable boat on the planet. Like, holy moly.
Our treasure must be aboard that gun. Why don't you take the ship itself and save us a bit of time?
Aye, that's the way I play it.
I can bring the jackdaw closer, but those lookouts will be a problem.
Well spotted. I'll clear them off first.
Whee. More stabbing. Exactly. How many men must die, Edward Kenway, before stabbing every guard on the planet for fun? Oh, Crab Brave. Crab Brave over.
Estou cansado desta rotina. Também não estou ansioso pela viagem de volta a Lisboa.
Ouviste falar do que aconteceu àqueles piratas britânicos em Nassau? Dom Jorge enviou um dos seus homens para os tirar de lá. E parece que ele fez um bom trabalho. Onde diabos se meteu?
We're too sneaky. No. For God's sake. Well, I didn't realize there were two there, but I'm glad that worked. Does this man ever use now? What's this boat thing you speak of? You mean the jackdaw? We use the jackdaw all the time. Never heard of a smaller boat than that. No, sorry. Oh no. No, no. Could you not? Don't suppose there's a convenient pile of palm leaves there? Nope. Of course there isn't. Oh, for God's sake. We're really in a pickle here, aren't we? I just want to get back down. I'm just trying to get down. Or at least this way. We're just gonna hide all the way over here, where these two cannot see us. And we'll be fine. Playing as intended. Yep. You briefly looked around.
Não tenho vergonha em dizer que esta é uma bela noite. E têm sido raras este mês.
More people that way. Okay, so that's not on the table. And you're all gonna keep making a loop? Yes? Yes? Please? Please? Because when these all make a loop, use that chance to try and go up here? Nope. Shame. Stealth. I could shoot him. That wouldn't be what I would call stealthy. I could just shoot him. Well, I thought this path would go farther. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, I thought that path would go a lot farther. Well, it was nearly cool. Big splooshing noises, totally undetected. Yep. Totally undetected. Undetectable.
We've been spotted. Took them long enough. To quarters all, man the cannons! Every last hand! On your command, Captain! Let's hear the roar of this beast!
Oh yeah, also, let's have another big ship, yeah?
Let out some sail! More sail! All sail! Race!
I'd prefer if my broadside would show up, thank you.
Fire! Captain, won't play stop there! Fire! On your mark, Captain! Fire! Fancy a wee swim, do you? Fire! Good fire! Fire! Ready, sir! Fire!
Bye. That was not close. Oh. Those are bigger, huh? Wow! Nope, I don't need a rear chaser. I want a broadside. God damn it. Give me a broadside. That guy just got smushed. Turns out Man of Wars are good. Oh my god, will you fucking make it to the thing? Like, hello? Oh, become anonymous. That's a problem. Huh. I understand. The Jackdaw's being literally useless right now. So, that's exciting. Will you pivot faster, please?
Fancy a wee swim, do you? We're ready, race!
Well, that was kind of useless, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
We've been scorched.
Not super useful. Jesus, fine. We'll ruin you with mortar fire.
Fancy a wee swim, do you?
I know, I was hardly winning any awards there, but they could do a little bit more.
Give me some
Right. Right.
Here's my prize. Ah, the Templars have been busy, I see.
So yeah, these blood vials apparently are just blood samples of...
Useless now. Woods Rogers, Ben Hornigold, even Torres himself. Small quantities kept for a special
Because the
purpose.
observatory
Must take me
can
to the
observe
observatory,
everyone.
Roberts. I need to know what it is.
To what end, eh? Will you sell it from under my nose? Or work with me and use it to bolster our game?
Whatever improves my lot in life.
How ridiculous. A merry life and a short one, that's my motto. It's all the optimism I can muster. All right, Captain Kenway. You've earned a look.
Use a rope swing to kill the captain, or not. I was so close to getting it too, except I was in combat because I was a bit silly. Now where are we going? The middle of frickin' nowhere. Sound good? I'll take the middle of nowhere. This alliance will definitely go well. Nothing bad could possibly happen. I have no idea what you're talking about, Peter. There's no way someone who has proven to be completely unreliable in the past, and also, you know, is a pirate, will betray us.
There was a ship, she sailed to Spain. Oh, oh, roll and go. There was a ship, came home again.
I trust him, he's Welsh. You know, I respect it. They're united by a hatred of the English.
There was diamonds, there was gold. Tommies on the topsail yard. And what was in her lap?
Pirates betraying each other, very out of character. I know.
Good split peas and bad bull meat. Tommies on the topsail
Wait.
yard. Oh, man, you sailor man gets drunk. Oh, roll and go. Man, you sailor man gets drunk. Tommies on the topsail yard.
Also, that's a nice galleon you got there. Murder and mayhem.
Can you feel it, Addy? We're moments away from the grandest prize of all.
I feel nothing but a hot wind in my ears, Captain.
Come on, man. When we take this treasure, we'll be set for life, all of us. 10 times over.
Ade does not
As you
trust.
wish.
Ahoy, Roberts! We'll cast anchor and meet ashore.
You were followed, Captain Kenway. How long for, I wonder?
It's Hornigold!
Burn and flay that turncoat.
Deal with your old friend in haste, Captain, before I regret my favour.
Again, we keep seeing that cameo. That keeps not being high resolution enough for us to actually see it.
Captain,
Stay out of combat
think
while
carefully
finding...
about what you mean to do here.
What are you grousing about, Ade? It's Ben Hornigold, come to kill us out there.
Aye, and the traitor needs to die. But what then? Can you say with certainty that you deserve the observatory more than he and his Templars?
No, I can't, and I
Yes,
don't care to try. But if you've a better idea, by all means, tell me.
Forget working with Roberts. Tell the assassins. Bring them here and let them protect this place.
Aye, I'll bring them here. If they're willing to pay me a good sum for it.
Ade, stop making sense.
Gallants! Royals! Studs! We'll have a hard fight if Hornigold draws us any deeper into this fog. We're nearing the Devil's Backbone.
You mean them crags that look like the backbone of a beast?
Aye. El Espinazo del Diablo, Spaniards call it.
Well, I'm sure this will be fine. And there's nothing to worry about happening here. We'll just slip in between these two crags, and off we'll go. So are you a renegade assassin? Oh no. No. We killed a renegade assassin as like the very first thing in the game. And we have proceeded to vaguely do assassiny things, while for the most part, just focusing on the violence part, the tyrannical side of things. Please tell me that's the Benjamin. Please tell me that's the Benjamin. Please tell me that's the Benjamin. Nope, it's just a random frigate. Damn.
Studs out! Let's get moving!
We gotta cruise if we want to stay out of combat here. There we go, we got a straight shot for a bit, so let's hit travel speed and just go. Right, we have had an alliance of convenience on and off with assassins who are sometimes pirates, but no, we are not, at the moment, actually an assassin of any way, shape, or form. That's just a little guy. We're gonna pivot hard there, stay behind him. And then we'll make a sprint for it. Great, and it's a storm too. Just what we wanted, just what we needed. We feel real good about that. The HMS Furious, that's not what we're looking for.
Gotcha.
There he is.
There's Hornigold. Getting close.
Come on. Mortars. Mortar. I'm gonna need to sink this guy at speed.
Careful you don't run us aground.
Ready to box, sir! Incoming fire! Fire! Trim the yards off the wind!
I would like to pivot faster, please. Pivot faster. Broadside, please. God, this ship is so fast. Luckily, that was a really good hit for us.
Fire! Brace for impact! Incoming fire! Fire! Fire!
Can you do this, brother? Put your heart up for it.
Truth be told,
Ow!
the sea would swallow him up. See the job done for.
Damage here!
Blast.
Get them along! Down sword!
He likes using creep, but not being an assassin to justify whatever he wants. Truly. You're gonna limp to shore? Tragic. Oh, look! Showdown in the Mayan ruins? Oh no.
I will be coming back.
Air assassinate Hornigold. Fair enough. Yeah, get used to it. They insist on announcing it every time like it's some news. Well, that was an interesting... I was fairly obviously not coming with friendly intent. So, Rat.
You'll have I yet. Here we are.
There we go. Ow. Cool. No. Go, for God's sake. I love when my attacks don't work. There's great reasons for them to simply not do what they're supposed to. Just by having plenty of time to do it. I took the slow path. It's fine though. That didn't kill him. Heck. It was a good part, except... good attempt, except where it didn't work. Yep. Flip it over with that. Yep. Another key for the bulletproof magnetic lion armor. Yep. Don't worry about it. It's a shiny there, and we simply...
another keystone.
While it's convenient, we simply must get it. It is known. You're gonna join him? Thank you. Oh, those are running straight at me. There we go. And now we go up here. Up here. 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 Come on. No. Heck, maybe. Nice of all the weak guys to go first. Nice of all the weak people to go first. The kinds that conveniently forgot they had... Exactly, they just forgot. No big deal, it happens to the best of us. Right? Who hasn't conveniently forgotten the thing that would make them, you know, quite effective against the Spanish conquest? Well, I'm not gonna think about it too hard.
Ah, another Mayan keystone.
Instead of deflecting a magnetic field, pull bullets towards you. Yeah. You know, the famously... This is without even getting to the fact that bullets are famously not... primarily made out of iron in this period. Like... Wow, Hornigold, you're having a great... You're just having a great day right now, aren't you? You're just having a great day. Grr, they're underneath me. Far underneath me? Still working on that. Sorry, the deer also cannot be a witness. Convenient crafting menu? Convenient crafting menu? Yes, indeed. Improve sleep darts? Why not? A few more of those? Definitely. Ah, yes. The, famously pirate flavored grapple. I got nothing. The fact that they still have one very silly upgrade left for us is, sure makes me feel away. Also, where the hell are these chests? Like, I know Ben Hornigold's out there. I should probably do something about it. But, like, they mock me.
Let me out of...
How many hits? That was 12 sword hits. to take out one mook. Like, not even one particularly sophisticated guy, just one guy. It's the Legend of Zelda hookshot with pirate flavoring, only it only hooks into humans. Exactly. Whoop. That's an awful lot of people, I won't lie. You gonna turn? Turn around. Thank you. No. I shan't. And by I shan't, I mean you saw nothing. Oh, hey,
I know this bastard, and I've seen what he can do. He'll be after me, sure as I'm standing here. Hold your ground, and be ready for anything.
Yep, anything at all. Yep.
You could have been a man who stood for something. But you've a killer's heart now. With nothing but metal to show for all your blunders.
Damn sight better than you, Ben. The heart of a traitor, who thinks himself better than his mates.
Aye, and proven true. What have you done since Nassau fell, huh? Nothing but murder and mayhem.
You threw in with the very kind we once hated!
No! These Templars are different. I wish you could see that.
No, they're not.
But if you continue on your present course, you'll find you're the only one walking it. With the gallows at its end.
Nice voice acting. Actually, very nice performances.
It may be. But now the world has one less snake in it. And that's enough for me.
I'd observe that the gallows awaits most of them. Alright. Cool, thank you. Like, out of all the pirates we've met so far, of course they have. Like, with Hornigold gone, what reason do they have to still be here? But yeah, right. What the hell is... What? What were those visual effects? Could they not do that again? Please? Let me in. Still no? Wait, what? Hello. Well, your friend's gonna die for that, so okay, now you're gonna die for it. But you could have just not pushed me. That was an option. We both survived this if you had just not done an inconvenience me to an incredibly mild extent. What? What?
Soy de un pequeño pueblo de Extremadura y estaba...
Well, that almost worked. Never mind, it worked great. Like, you've never seen a better performance. I'm still so confused. Alright lads, let's just get on the boat. Cool. That was fun and exciting, and also it's windy. So where are we going? Now that we've accomplished that, we're heading over here. It's on Bermuda. Really? Or Jamaica, sorry. This super hidden, never before seen observatory is in Jamaica? Alright. That sounds like a job for next week. Now, given that that's a job for next week, you know what we're waiting for? Firstly, shopping. And secondly, we've got more stuff to do in Havana. Because that's like the only spot left with the... Nice. Well, that's a lot better. Pieces of art. Bat-nosed figurine. The figure. Twin bird. An earth monster. A Taino bust. Random water deity. Jar with a ritual scene. Help, chat. What are they doing here? What are they? What? Like, these guys... Sure. Sure. Taino. Isthmian. Twin birds crafted for protection. First named Eagles by Columbus. Aztec. Taino. Aztec. Aztec. Well, Tula, but Quetzalcoatl is Nahuatl, so, quote-unquote Aztec. Aztec. Taino. Costa Rican. Taino. Aztec. 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 What are they doing in the Caribbean? Like, Highland Mexican. I suppose stolen and then exported is the only way it can make sense of them, but that means we are engaging in unethical practice. Yoink. Hooray! Yay. Yay.
Buenos días, señor.
I feel good about what we've accomplished. And one random Christian work. Exactly, but for some reason, like, mentioning that it's a hummingbird? Like, I don't know that I understand what it meant by delicately crafted in hummingbird feathers. And by not sure, I mean completely uncertain. Like, not just a little bit unsure, I mean... well, I don't even know what they're aiming for. Don't shoot me. There's no reason to shoot me. I have done nothing illegal. Maybe. I mean, if you didn't want people to climb all over it, you shouldn't have such convenient handholds. Obviously. I have done nothing illegal today. True. Murder and mayhem, not illegal. Nobody look that up, okay? There's our target. Let's see what horrors Havana has in store for us today. You see nothing. See? Nothing. Absolutely zero things. Beautiful. All right. Give us the juice. Atalanta Fugians by Michael Mayer, alchemist and counselor, to Emperor Rudolph II. Again, what's up with all the stuff from Prague? Like, honestly, like, what is up with this? I'm so curious. What is up with this? That they are obsessed with Rudolph II, the Holy Roman Emperor. Right? Because this is from his court. Characters associated with it. The Tabula Rodolphinae is connection to Rudolph II. Vertumnus is from the court of Rudolph II. Like, there's an awful lot of pieces from the court of Emperor Rudolph II. And, well, you know, those prints slap. Like, Rudolph II is probably the sponsor to the greatest printing scene in early print. So, like, they slap. I just don't know what they're doing here. As usual. Like, there's not a known association that I can find. Nailed it. Between, Beckford and Rudolph II. It's like they just loved it. Don't worry about it, sir. You're fine. Well, that being said, confusion is where we should probably end up anyway. So we shall leave off here with some lovely confusion. We'll figure out the observatory next time. So, I hope y'all enjoyed that. This has been a super fun stream. All the parts of it were thoroughly enjoyable. So, appreciate y'all hanging out with me for this time. If you did enjoy this and have not done so yet, consider following or subscribing to help support the channel. Or you can head over to patreon.com/ludohistory to help support the channel more. Yeah, we'll be back next week. People voted we want to just stream on weekends for the next several weeks because my work schedule has changed. So as long as I'm under that contract, we're just going to be streaming on weekends. So I'll catch you all on Saturday. When I know what the schedule is going to be, I'll post it on the page here and in the Discord server. So make sure you join us for that. Otherwise, I hope you all have a very good start to your weeks. Yeah, I will catch you all next time. Okay? And of course, special thank you to everyone who hung out here. Should be short credits this week. So, to our moderators, Raptorus and Peter, and to our very helpful boss, thank you, and hope you all have a good night.